Hey everybody, it's me, and I've got another game of Shogun 2 for you here. It's on the Forest Gully map. I actually tried recording this before. As I've said before, and I've shown you on one of my past videos, I got a new microphone. Hopefully it'll be good. This is the first time I'm actually testing it properly with commentary. So as you can see, my opponent is called Gonzalo. I'm just going to call him Gonzalo. And we're playing on Forest Gully, as I've said. It's a pretty balanced map. It looks pretty symmetrical apart from the rock forms. There's a bit of tree line and stuff. So yeah, today I'm going to be bringing you some defense with artillery. Because last time, I showed you how to use artillery. And this time I was against someone who was very good with artillery. And I'm fighting a really tough opponent. This guy, he was really good. And he had a really good army. So I'm not going to pause it because it is a long battle. I'm just going to show you what I've got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Imperial Infantry. None of them are upgraded. I never tend to bring that much upgraded units, to be honest. I'm more like the quantity. But I do have another couple of matches where I've used quality against quantity. Anyway, so I have my Royal Marines. They're upgraded. They're 5 chevrons, so they've got the 150 range. And then I have, let's see, on this side I have 2 Shogunate Guard Cav and a Revolver Cav, and I've got the exact same on this flank. So I've got 2 flanks of 2 Shogunate Cav and 1 Revolver Cav. So basically I started on this side, and I started next to the Sword Dojo, which is pretty much useless to me, and the Archery Dojo, which is good to me because it increases the reload rate, as it says there. My opponent, he started with the Workshop. Now, as you can see, my opponent has brought artillery. He has a 8 chevron Armstrong gun, a really powerful unit. He's packing a big punch with these Armstrong guns. And obviously, as you can see, he's camping on this hill. I can't really blame him for camping on this hill. If I was him, I'd be doing the exact same. So, a great move on his part to begin with, because, you know, he's straight away getting into the fight with my men. So yeah, I can't really show you his army that well so far, because some of his units are hidden, but I'll show you what he's got so far. So he's got the 8 chevron Armstrong guns. He has an 8 chevron United States Marine, very powerful unit. He has 1 Black Bear Infantry. I think he has 2 Spear Levies, but one's hidden at the moment. And then he has 2 more Black Bear Infantry. And then he's got his general there. And if I'm not correct, he has some cavalry hidden right here. So at the start, he's just going to take some shots off. He hits some of my cavalry there, causes some kills there. Sorry, my phone was going off. Always seems to happen now. It's such bad luck. I won't throw it that way. Over there. Ah, shit. Anyway, I was trying to scout to see if he had any cav. And I run into one of his surprise attacks here, and this is my bad. So as you can see here, he's revealed 3 Shogunate Guard Cav, 2 of them with 5 chevrons and 1 with 2 chevrons. So he's just gonna absolutely smash my cavalry. I only have 1 with upgrades, the Shogunate Guard Cav here, and that has 2 chevrons. So basically I'm trying to pull my Revolver Cav around to try and get some shots off the rear, but he's taking this Shogunate Guard Cav here. So basically he's fucked up my cav already. I can't really do much, and I think in a minute I'm gonna, just take them out. Whenever you're losing a battle with cav and you want to try and salvage them, maybe just try and run away. That's all I always try and do. Maybe a little bit cowardly, but of course it's a tactical retreat. So as you can see here, before my 3 cavalry units routed, I decided to take them out, and I positioned my infantry line here in case he wanted to bring his cav through, because then I would get some easy shots off with my Imperial Infantry, and they would just demolish it. So, he's firing his Armstrong guns. He's actually targeting, my most expensive unit here, my Royal Marines. He's doing a damn good job of it so far. He's managed to take off, 25 men. So yeah, you can see some of them writhing in pain. Oh, and some of them getting up, which is weird. Ooh, some nasty action there. So as you can see, his Armstrong guns are causing a lot of havoc here, as they should do. But to minimize losses, I have been putting my men on a really long formation to minimize casualties, as well as they're running in different groups, so they're not going to be hit together and then be killed because of that. So his cavalry came out of that with, let's see, 10, 20, and 25. So he lost quite a fair amount of his cav there. I think maybe the downhill position didn't do too well for him. But he did get the better of that engagement. As you can see, my cavalry 44, 39, and this Shogun Guard Cav is under half its strength, so they're not doing too well. And so basically what I was trying to do is I was trying to put my Royal Marines to this ridge, get some shots, but I completely forgot that he had this United States Marine, which has the exact same range as my Royal Marines, so even if I put them here, they're just going to get shot to bits. So I'm running them back. And as you can see here, this unit is pretty much destroyed now. It's under half its strength. It's not going to fare well. So I'm not doing too well so far. As you can see there, the red line's more for my opponent, and he seems to be doing excellent at like taking a lot of my troops. So basically what he's trying to do here is he's trying to cause as many casualties as he can, or many kills, sorry, with his Armstrong guns, and I need a rush to counter that. And as you can see here, I take my cavalry out of the woods, and again he gets a nice shot on them. He's trying to take away the cav advantage I have, because he just has that one cav blob of 3 Shogun Guard Cav, as you can see they're here. And his men, they aren't really lined up appropriately. They're just sort of overlapping. I don't think he was really focusing on that. He should have been, because he basically wants to set up a line defense here and make sure that his Armstrongs still continually fire. And he wants to try and get as many kills as he can. I have set my men in the woods now, which sort of helps them, because whenever you put your men in the woods, the artillery doesn't do as much damage, because sometimes the shells bounce off the trees. I think one of my earlier videos I showed like one of the wooden cannon shots. The actual shell just bounced off. Even the wooden cannons are absolute crap. I would never bring them to a battle, unless you were just wanting to have a little fun with them, I suppose. I don't know. So as you can see here, all my units are getting tired. The only advantage I actually have at the moment is actually that my cav, I do have a little bit more cav than him, and my Imperial Infantry is superior to his own linemen. But then again, he has almost wiped out my Royal Marines. As you can see here, he's taking some shots off, and that's not going to do well. I do think my Royal Marines fire. Now, I actually tried to show you this replay before, and I recorded stuff, but the outcome didn't happen as what the actual battle happened. I had a mod on. Sorry about that. Somebody's cleaning in the background. My girlfriend's cleaning, and that's just my symbols. So sorry if you hear. Basically, what happened was the wrong outcome happened here, because the save got corrupted, but it seems to have fixed itself now. So basically, I was just trying to take my cavalry as sort of quick flanking force. I used these two as sacrifice. My Shogun Guard Cav, well, one of them's already gone, and as you can see here, his 3 cavalry has become shot to bits as well. So he lost more cavalry than I did there. And as you can see, my revolver cav got behind the enemy lines, which is very dangerous for him. And then all I wanted them to do was take down his general. Now watch this. Ooh, his general unit just got cut down to pretty much half his strength. And then in another volley, there goes his general. But I managed to take his general out from behind, and that was a great move by me. I needed that break, because I hadn't done pretty much any damage to him so far. And then to finish it off, I finally silenced these Armstrong guns, which I really needed to do, because they were causing a lot of havoc. I'll show you the stats after this, and man, they racked up quite a lot of kills. But at this point, he has his White Bear infantry. I'm not showing them to you yet. Again, I'm veteran. They're going to fire into the backs of my revolver cav. And to just finish it off, I'm just sending my revolver cav into the United States Marines. So they've done their job. They've done an excellent job. I'm pretty sure they rout in a minute. And as you can see here, I'm now got my Imperial Infantry, which will cut down his superior Black Bear Infantry. They're great. They're a great unit, but compared to these Imperial Infantry, they just don't match up, especially with morale and accuracy. So that's where they came in handy. And then I finally take my cabin. I think I take in a Shogun Guard Cav right into them. I also sent my revolver cav, which I don't know why I was doing. That was probably a bad move. I was just trying to take my cav in to stop them. I've routed his United States Marines, and he's got his spear levy routing as well, but they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there.
Victory is assured, sir.
But anyway, now that's happened, he admitted defeat. He had a unit here that didn't even do anything, actually. They just routed off the field once the general died. So that's why your general should be kept alive. So as you can see there, that was my defense against artillery. I'm just going to show you the stats screen now. So basically, when you're fighting against artillery, you don't want to give them any advantage at all. Take as many advantages away from them as possible. hiding in the woods, rushing them, or getting calves to flank, as well as, if you can, maybe try and tempt one of your units to be destroyed by the artillery, because they don't have a lot of ammunition. Like, they can take out a couple of units, but if they're trying to just focus on one unit, they're just most likely going to take that out and not have enough ammunition. I think my opponent ran out of ammunition halfway through, but it did pack an absolute punch. My Royal Marines just got hammered. Like, some of my cav got hammered, and some of my Imperial Infantry actually got shot up by it. So, as you can see here, I deployed slightly less than him, and I took just slightly less losses than him as well. So it was about equal for that. My opponent was really good. It was a good game for my opponent. It was a lot of fun. I was pretty scared for that entire match. I really needed a plan to defeat him, or else he would have got me there. So I'm just going to show you the unit stats. So Achilles, he got some kills. He's rank 6. Shogun at guard cav didn't do too well. This one did a lot. My revolver cav did a lot better. I think this revolver cav was the one that took out the enemy general. So that was a critical component of my army. My revolver cav, they're great at reloading. They're very accurate. The problem is their ammo is so limited that you need them for something like what I just did there. If you can get them to destroy artillery or a general unit, then, you know, it's worth bringing them. And then my Shogun at guard cav, this one did quite well, this one didn't. And then, as you can see here, my main fire force, and some of them did quite well, some of them didn't. My Royal Marines, they just got hammered. This Imperial Infantry did really good, and this one, it did okay. And as you can see from his Armstrong guns, they got 207 kills. That may not seem like a lot, but that was pretty much most of my infantry. Those were the kills he got there. The United States Marines, they didn't do too well in the end, because they just took out my Royal Marines, but they managed to get some kills. This was the Black Bear Infantry that didn't do anything. And then he has his main fire force here. So I think the weaknesses of my opponent was he didn't bring a good enough fire force. Like, he was very strong on his firepower with his Armstrong guns, and he had a very good cav contingent, but his weakness was in his infantry. And he also managed to let me get my cavalry behind his lines, and that didn't bode too well for him. So it was a good game for my opponent. I hope you enjoyed this. So this was like how to defend against an artillery. I would probably suggest just rushing them. If you're fighting an opponent who's brought better infantry, then you'll have to plan it out a little bit better. Flanking, causing general distractions. If your micro's good, then you'll be able to do it. My micro's not exactly that good, because you see I got some of my cavalry stuck there. My Royal Marines, they got stuck as well. So yeah, but good game to my opponent again. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be back to bring you some more soon. So thanks.